On today's show, it's not right versus left, it's right versus wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Fernando Rivera Jr. here. The Common Sense of Random Shit show. Yeah. Conservative ex-con here. Good versus bad. The typical everyday thing. It's not the right versus the left. It really isn't. At this point, it is the right versus the wrong. Good morning, Michelle. That's how you know I'm live. Not like most people that record stuff and then play it later. It's whatever, you know. It's one of those days, I guess, I'm like, blah. Or you ever watch that Emoji Movie? Meh. That's how I am today. Meh. That's just one of those days. Anyway, left. You know, that's what it used to be called. Not in my world. In my world, they're called the wrong because everything they do is wrong. Everything they say is wrong. And if you agree with them, they're wrong. That's plain and simple. Anyway, a lot of stuff going on. You know, I mean, I obviously can't talk about everything. I don't talk about everything. This is not the place for breaking news. But if it's new to you, it's breaking, I guess. And I am streaming on Tress. Rumble. If you don't have Rumble, download a great app to have. Owned and run by conservatives. No bullshit. No censorship. YouTube, ScrewTube. Supposedly no censorship anymore. We'll see. I have been posting my videos on TikTok. The last two didn't. I didn't have to peel. No bullshit censor or banning or censor, whatever it was, blocking. And I'm on Facebook on the Conservative Ex-Cons page. So if you can find me, look me up. Follow me on there. Have my fellowship grow up a little bit, you know. But anyway, tranny. Now, look, I got nothing against if you think you're a woman. Whatever. You know, my problem is when you force it upon everyone to believe and say that you're a woman. You're not. You know, if you have a Venus, if you know, what is it that I say? If you have a penis, you're not from Venus. And most of you Gen Xers know what I mean by that. You know, got to take me in a chick. I'm just saying. But because they've been around forever. You know, ever since I was in high school, there have been guys who want to be women. In prison, there were guys who acted like and looked like or tried to be women. But you know what, though? At the time, none of them were saying, call me a woman. None of them were saying, no, I don't have a penis. It's weird. And they were in our prison. Not in women's prison. Connecticut wasn't having that shit back then when I was in there. I'm just saying. All this crazy shit is literally now the wrong. The left, as normal people, I guess, call them. Yeah. In the military, though, I'm so glad that what's happening is happening. Seriously. This is our armed forces. This is how America respects us as a powerful nation that can kick ass, defend ourselves, and kick ass. I didn't say that already. I'm just saying. I mean, I was going to join the military until they lied to me, and long story short, I couldn't go in the military. I would go now if I could. Trust me. Patriot. But yeah, I think this is NBC. But is this the right or the wrong?
I still want to serve. I still want to serve people. I still want to serve this country.
Ryan Gunderman served in the Army for nearly 8 years before she voluntarily identified.
Did you hear that? Right there. She. He is not a she. I don't care what anyone says.
Now waiting for official separation.
I was on the cusp of being able to service who I am.
These military service members are preparing to start over. The new headshots, just the first step for the career military members now uncertain about where they'll work next, when they'll see a paycheck, how long they'll have health care, even where they'll live. It's a snapshot of the new reality for transgender service members after a Trump administration policy kicked in this month, effectively prohibiting transgender people from military service. The deadline just passed for active trans service members to identify themselves under orders from the Department of Defense. Of the 2.1 million members,
This is obviously a little older still. I missed this, so I'm playing it now.
the Defense Department says transgender people make up just over 4,000. About 1,000 stepped forward before the deadline. Those who did not now face a waiting game.
I'm not prepared to walk away from this. I don't have very much time to plan.
Master Sergeant Nick Wright with the Army National Guard is just a few months shy of 18 years of service and says he won't get the benefits he's earned.
I've given up 18 years of my life for this. Am I entitled to it? I mean, yeah, I should be, but it's more than that. It's bigger than that.
The Department of Defense did not respond to direct questions about soldiers' benefits after service. It did say that this is not a ban, rather a policy against those with gender dysphoria, the medical term for when someone feels their gender identity doesn't match their sex at birth. And the department fully intends to treat everyone impacted by the policy with dignity and respect.
No more dudes in dresses. We're done with that.
What is your response to that? We are going to keep serving this country, whether it's in uniform or out of it.
I'm just saying, listen, I hope I don't offend anyone. I'm sorry if I do. Not really. I don't care. I'm sorry. Not with my background. I don't give a shit. Sorry, not sorry. They don't belong there. Go somewhere else. Do something else. Not the military. Not the armed forces. The armed forces are just that. Armed forces. Could you imagine if there was an all-out war? What are they going to do? Throw thongs at them? Fake dildos? I'm just saying. I mean, I'm trying to be funny, but not really. No, sorry. I'm sure most of America that voted for this, they don't want them in there. Do something else. The military, not the place for you. I'm just saying. Anyway, I forgot what video was next. What was it? I don't know. We will see.
A federal judge over the weekend, the president.
Oh, that's what it was. Sorry. I literally did most of these videos this morning, so that's why I'm a little brain farty right now. Caroline Levitt, you already know. Caitlin Collins, you already know. That's what I call a major poop in the face.
The president had appointed to the bench in his first term in office, basically argued that he could not deploy other states' National Guards to Portland, basically said that it was untethered, his argument, to what is actually happening on the ground. Which local officials in Portland have said that the National Guard is needed there?
With all due respect to that judge, I think her opinion is untethered in reality and in the law. The president is using his authority as Commander-in-Chief, U.S. Code 12406, which clearly states that the president has the right to call up the National Guard in cases where he deems it's appropriate. And if you look at what has happened in Portland, Oregon, for more than 100 nights, I was talking to our law enforcement team about it this morning, for more than 100 days, night after night after night, the ICE facility has been really under siege by these anarchists outside. They have been disrespecting law enforcement. They've been inciting violence. We saw, again, a guillotine rolled out in front of this federal building. And so the president wants to ensure that our federal buildings and our assets are protected. And that's exactly what he's trying to do. And ultimately, in the case in Los Angeles, that judge ruled in the Ninth Circuit, that panel of judges ruled that those troops could remain and that the president was well within his authority to do so. So we are appealing that decision. As you know, we expect a hearing on it pretty quickly, and we're very confident in the president's legal authority to do this, and we're very confident we will win on the merits of the law.
But no local officials that you can point to that have said we need the National Guard? Because I spoke to the police chief of Portland last week. He said that the president's claims just don't match up with what's happening on the ground.
I would encourage you as a reporter to go on the ground and to take a look at it for yourself, because there's been many members of the press not press in this room, but independent journalists, some of whom we'll be inviting to the White House very soon to share their stories, because they have been in the middle of these riots and they have witnessed the anarchy that is taking place night after night. It's on video. You should play it on your show. You have a great opportunity on prime time on CNN to show your audience. Yeah, but you're probably talking to partisan Democrat officials who are opposed to everything this president does. You should also ask the people who live in Portland. We've actually heard from many members of the community who have said that this is complete civil disobedience. It's a mess. It's been loud. It's been troubling for neighbors in the community who are just trying to live peacefully. And these people are not there to peacefully protest. They are there to cause mayhem and havoc.
Yeah, Caroline.
Stephen, go ahead.
Thumbs up. Caroline Levitt. Am I the only one that thinks that she's the best press secretary ever? I mean, Kayleigh McEnany was pretty badass too, but 27 years old. Doesn't look down, cheat, doesn't look at a binder, says it how it is, and 99.9, you know what's 100% of the time. She says it how it is. They're wrong, because they're wrong. They're always wrong. And it's like she said, why don't you go out there? Because they won't. Because it would make them look like liars, like they're wrong, like they always are. I'm just saying. But anyway, shit's crazy. It really is crazy out there. And two guys that I like to watch on Newsmax here and there, I haven't watched them a while because of my work hours, but they're just saying it how it is.
And this has become a critical showdown. What kind of country do Americans actually want to live in? Who wants to live in cities that seem to accept and almost embrace violence and the chaos that comes with it? That designates themselves as sanctuaries for illegal immigrants in the country. Please come here with all of your problems and issues after entering the country illegally. Come here and abuse our system and take our resources. Who wants to live in that place? Do Americans want to be governed by people who refuse to implement policies that they know will make their community safer, which is what Democrats have done for years? They refuse to do the things that they know will make crime go down. They just refuse to do it. They know what it takes. They know it takes more cops and stronger laws and more support. They just won't do it. They'd rather just let, as I always say, the black bodies pile up on the sidewalk downtown. How much more can we actually take from the seemingly suicidal left, which has brainwashed its supporters into attacking those who do a job that every sophisticated first world country now employs, which is immigration enforcement?
We have not edited that video in any way. That's a mile and a half out of downtown Chicago. That's not Gaza or Ukraine. That was here in the third largest city in the country, and we are not at war in this country. Not only that, but when ICE agents called Chicago police for help this weekend, the police were told not to respond. And I want you to picture that. Now imagine that happening to any other law enforcement agency in the country after asking a local police department for help, and that police department said no. That's the way that ICE is being treated in this country, and the governor of Illinois thinks this is normal. J.B. Pritzker, who also wants to be president in 4 years, thinks Donald Trump is the problem and not anything he's done as governor.
They are the ones that are making it a war zone. They need to get out of Chicago. If they're not going to focus on the worst of the worst, which is what the president said they were going to do, they need to get the heck out.
Again, and we think this is really important to state clearly. All of this is happening because ICE agents are arresting violent criminals. Violent criminal, illegal aliens, gang members, killers, child rapists. Again, all of it is happening because ICE agents are arresting really bad people. There should not be any gray area around that. ICE agents are arresting criminals, but the left are against that. The left are against arresting and deporting criminals. Think about that.
I'm just saying. The wrong. It's the right versus the wrong, no matter how you look at it. And it's not just this, what's going on. It's everything. It just kills me that another family member posted something the other day. And I was like, how wrong can they be by posting this shit? You know, it's not easy for me. Excuse me. Yeah, Pritzker is a tool. And then what was it? Johnson, anti-ICE executive order. ICE, whatever areas. And then claiming that we want a civil war. Actually, we're not the violent ones. They're the ones that are pretty much starting all this shit, all the violence. I'll never get it. I don't know. Sometimes I'm speechless at what's going on. I'm like, what is wrong with this country? It's like there's something going on. I saw this thing yesterday with the CERN, some kid talking about ultimate reality. We mess with ultimate reality, multiverse, some shit. And I was like, I wonder if all these people came from there. I'm just saying. Anyway, to change the subject, because this is a common sense random shit show, you got to love this next video. We know where it's going. Just saying.
Welcome to hell.
I think I'm in the wrong place.
It says here that you're a corrupt politician.
I wasn't corrupt. Okay, maybe a little corrupt.
Don't worry, you got off easy. Washington, D.C. for eternity.
Oh, well, that's not so bad.
Take the corridor on the left. Your door is at the end of the hall.
Well, shit.
Mr. Reagan.
I thought I'd make you laugh for a second because that was funny. I'm evil. Anyway, I'm just saying it's good versus evil. It's not the right versus the left. There is no left. There is no left leaning anymore. They're just wrong. Everything they do is wrong. Anti-government, anti-law, anti-sex, anti-liberty, anti-everything. I'm just saying. Still, that was kind of funny. I just had to post that from Mr. Reagan. That was probably one of the best ones I've seen. That was funny as shit. Just had to share it. Anyway, Sky News. Rita Panahi. Always on point. She has a show called Lefties Losing It out of Australia. And they're always on point. I'm just saying. Check this out. For real.
And it's time for Lefties Losing It. And I'm afraid the miserable miscreants of the celebrity world have had a rough couple of days. They have been railing against democracy again and uttering words they do not understand. Here is Jane Fonda.
Our industry is ready to mobilize and to resist autocracy, to resist attacks on our fundamental freedoms. We're artists, we're creatives. Freedom of expression is essential to what we do. Many of our fathers and grandfathers fought wars to defend this right, and we can't just sit back and let this happen. And it's moving fast. This isn't a creeping totalitarianism. This is fast-moving consolidation of autocracy. And
yeah, you're losing your freedoms on your hill with multi-million-dollar house, doing what you want to do. Unbelievable.
And that means we have to move fast.
You know what's not moving fast? Jane's face. Go easy with the fillers and the bobo lady. Good Lord, it's becoming difficult to tell her and Madonna apart these days. And of course, Any celebrity spouting far-left nonsense is given a platform to spew that on CNN.
He is amassing power in a way that will destroy our democracy. And so we're going to stand up. We want to move forward with love, with unity, with solidarity, and we want to encourage everybody else in all the other sectors of this country to do the same. You know, we don't want to be a pillar of support to this regime that's forming.
You know, these people really do exist in a parallel universe. Do they think the Hollywood mindset is the majority? Do they have no respect for democracy and the fact that Donald Trump is in power because he won an election in a landslide, despite his opponent outspending him by a huge margin?
Yep.
Now to another dim-witted, hopelessly out-of-touch, aging celebrity who seems to think he speaks for the masses. Here is Hollywood has-been, a hysterical Hollywood has-been, claiming that Trump has a dark presence and he has destroyed America. Here is Richard Gere.
That are worried about what's happening in the U.S. Are you worried?
Of course. No, I mean, we have a president who's completely, he's not only crazy, he's a dark, dark presence. And it's happened so quickly. 6 months, he's almost destroyed our country.
Yes, secure borders and a return to manufacturing will destroy America. Now, I know a lot of you had high hopes for the new Pope after the incessant leftist activism of his predecessor, but I try to warn you, Pope Leo is cut from the same cloth. At a time when Christians are being persecuted and slaughtered from Africa to Asia to the Middle East, Pope Leo is blessing a block of ice in the name of climate justice.
All right. A block of ice is being blessed by the Pope. The right versus the wrong. And that's wrong. I mean, it's laughable. At the same time, it's a disrespect to any Christian. It's just unbelievable. Oh my God, what is this world coming to? Anyway, let's go to one of my favorite places.
I find it hilarious and honestly quite pathetic that these Democrat-run cities, folks, they look like third world war zones. Crime is out of control. Homeless camps are everywhere. Businesses are fleeing faster than the people, and families, folks, hey, look, they're scared to walk down their own streets. And when President Trump says he'll send in the National Guard to restore law and order to actually protect the Americans, these Democrat leaders, they lose it. They'd rather watch their cities collapse than let Trump fix them. It doesn't make any sense. Because the truth is this, Democrats, they don't care about the people, they only care about their power.
Facts.
Traffic stop in Madison yesterday was a suspect in an attack on Madison's north side last month. Madison police say Ishmael Hernandez Padilla attacked a woman on Packers Avenue, then dragged her into an empty parking lot and beat her. Officials say the woman escaped by playing dead. Hernandez Padilla, originally from Honduras, was confirmed to be arrested in the ICE incident yesterday, according to a statement from Assistant Secretary for the Department of Homeland Security, Tricia McLaughlin.
Ismael Hernandez Padilla, an illegal alien from Honduras, arrested for pulling a girl behind a gas station and beating her senseless. Luckily, before he could rape her, she escaped. If ICE were conducting raids instead of being attacked, this probably would have never happened. You know, these kind of situations, they piss me off, you know, because they couldn't be more wrong. These people, you know, that go against ICE, that are attacking ICE, that are ramming cars, that are talking shit to their face, it drives me nuts, you know. And I'll say it again, not that any ears that should hear this are going to hear it. I wish I could be an ICE agent. I really wish I could be out there supporting these people and doing what they need them to do. Thank you, President Trump. This gentleman says Memphis is a totally different city. Vibe is different. Look at this guy. Another Nazi.
Just got back from Memphis. When I tell you, Memphis is a totally different place right now. For real. I did not know that President Trump was sending them guys down there. But when I say it's police everywhere, for real though, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I ain't never seen Memphis like this before. Cause I go down there and drop off a load at the hospital. You know, you see your normal scragglies, whatever. You know what I mean? Hospital, I don't know why hospital's always a place where they won't hang out at, but it is what it is. But traffic was different. Police is on every corner. I'm like, yo, I'm thinking that they was gonna send them guys to Chicago. I know, see, I don't go to Chicago, so I wouldn't know that anyway. But boy, Memphis, boy, I know they people's like, yes, crime is slowed down. I mean, it look like a totally different city right now. The vibes are different. I don't know, I guess it's just me, man, but Memphis changing for the good, y'all. As they should. The people need that, though. The people need to stop all this riffraff and all this craziness these young kids got going on, man. Scared to leave your house, scared to go to the grocery store, scared to go to the gas station. One time, I wouldn't even go to certain gas stations if I see too many of them out there. For real, I keep it pushing. I wouldn't give a damn if I'm about to run out of gas. I'm going to keep it pushing. So, right now, it's a totally different breed down there right now, boy. I mean, I'm talking about the whole boatload is down there. Police everywhere, boy. You know what I'm saying? So I know the people like, yo, we needed this. And I agree with them.
Nazi! He's a Nazi! He's a Nazi! Nazi! White supremacist! Ugh. Cops just watching. Is this right? Is this left? No, it's wrong. Let's be real. Antifa not messing around now, bringing out the heavy equipment. Well, crap, Antifa has tanks now. It's just kind of shape bastard. Okay. Look, Portland PD caught red-handed giving advice to Antifa terrorists. Shouldn't this officer be arrested by the FBI for aiding and abetting?
Get them the fuck out of here. All right. Get them the fuck out of here. If you don't want to real quick. So the judge granted the TRO. I'm the one who got stabbed in 2020. So who can stand you ain't got the balls to do it, though. That's a death threat. You ain't got the balls to do it. That's a death threat. You ain't got the balls to do it, so keep yapping your mouth like a That's a death threat. Why don't you go arrest me? It's harder for the judge. You arrest me for protesting in the street. We have a good reason why we actually need them. So that's why we're asking people to get out of the street. Is it illegal to get out of the street? They could arrest you, but we're asking you guys voluntarily, let's just get on the sidewalks. Because if a car comes through and hits somebody, it's a better way for the government to say we need defense.
And we do definitely need defense. My question is though, aren't Antifa terrorists now? Why are they walking around free? Why are they not being arrested? Why are they not in jail? Why are they why are they out there? Why? You know, I keep seeing these reports, Antifa this, Antifa that. So what is an executive order? Yeah. So what's next? There's going to be a news report, terrorists out there protesting his terrorism label. So he has a right now that he's a terrorist? I don't get it. This is a mall in Portland, Oregon. Does everything look okay?
I just wanted to remind you all that I'm still Nacho President.
I had to play something funny. Did I play these already? Oh, look at this one.
What's up? Look up on me again. Step back. Step back. I'm on a public floor.
He's not doing anything. You're saying that. No!
Respect authority. I'm just saying. Sorry, I agree.
He's not doing anything.
You need to stand over there.
I don't care. I'm sorry. I don't care what it looks like to anyone. These people are funny as shit. I'm sorry. Let me get out of here. Guys, as I said, this is live, so obviously I'm going to improvise here and there and just kill time. I honestly didn't have much today. I mean, I thought of this last night, and I did the thing, but I couldn't think of anything else. You know, I had 2-3 videos. I deleted them all last minute. It's been a really meh last 24 hours, but since I always say I'm going to come on no matter what, I'm going to come on no matter what. It is what it is. Just saying. Yeah. So, which video was it? Nothing was learned. It's a channel I like to share here and there. This is what the liberal media would sound like if they were honest.
Good evening. This is White Liberal News. We can't hire any more white guys, which I guess is legal. Hopefully our liberal viewers get like super angry watching our programming, which might motivate some of you to head to the peaceful protest. We go to our male loser.
I'm here to interview your favorite multi-location protester. She will discuss the new American dream of destroying America. And I think it is important we protect the Democrat Party through the use of a paramilitary wing against opponents through peaceful assaults.
This isn't about what you think. No one tunes in to hear mansplaining.
I apologize, Karen. Sorry.
Why would any woman marry him?
You got the coffee? Permission for eye contact?
Do you get paid for protesting? Many people say protesters aren't really committed.
A real man wouldn't try a sneaky way to get reimbursed for a lousy cup of coffee.
No, the coffee is free for you, and I thank you for giving me the opportunity to simp. It's been so long.
Do you have a real question?
Some say you're paid to attack ICE agents.
That's false. I attack normal civilians to provide a distraction. Right-wingers' weak morality we can exploit.
Anything else you'd like to address?
Yeah, you could buy me more coffee at the local shop by our mostly peaceful insurrection tonight.
I just don't want to be implicated beyond the current incitement I'm doing through a major news program.
You're not implicated. You'll be the civilian we beat up. Wouldn't you like that?
Well, back to you, Karen. Hopefully I won't be too injured to report.
A real man wouldn't let an injury stop him from pushing propaganda. And now we go to Becca for our Religion of Peace World Tour.
Thank you, Karen. I'm here in Saudi Arabia, which recently hosted the Riyadh Comedy Festival. Many people stereotype Saudis as humorless, but the jokes about wishing death on America got the biggest laughs.
They have the same sense of humor as us because humor needs compassion. So you were able to enjoy the whole show?
Not the whole show, but I saw a good portion using the Periscope. And the sound wasn't bad.
Periscope? You mean that app from like the 80s or 90s? Saudi Arabia is surely more advanced than that.
Not the app called Periscope, Karen. They aren't backwards here. No, literally a Periscope they set up outside the venue for women to take turns watching the show.
Okay, it looks like Becca may have to talk to the police. As Dave Chappelle says, they have greater freedom of speech, so surely that covers journalists.
We have Gemma Watson.
Good day for a show. In it.
And the pattern non-recognition game. It's a wild show, baby.
At White Liberal News, we take our destiny as caretakers for POC seriously. We go to an update from BLN.
Karen, I do everything related to the African and African American struggle. Fight the power against this white system of oppression.
Really? You're black. Liberals are okay with white people speaking for black people, but we're not okay speaking as black people.
I'm 100% African American due to the one drop rule, Karen. My mom, she white. She say the man who abandoned her when pregnant is 100% black. So I'm 100% black.
Okay, I have to allow it. As a liberal black man, you know I have to believe your words over my own eyes. Thanks for your time. So was it a woman rule she broke? Join us next time when we give you updated, made-up terms about sexuality to make yourself feel special.
If liberal media was honest, that's what they'd sound like.
You're probably watching this like, what the F am I watching? What is going on here? I'm just saying, it is what it is. Yeah. It is not the right, us, versus the left. It is the right versus the wrong. And I know the show was a little out there, but I am not a news organization. I am just some guy who comes on at 6:30, who scours the internet, YouTube mostly, Facebook sometimes, and shares videos to try to entertain you at 6:30. Sometimes I speak the truth. Sometimes I ask decent questions, but I have common sense. I know right from wrong. Do you? I know evil against good. I know man, woman. I know what a woman is. Doesn't have a penis. Just saying. And I know that what's going on in this country is crazy. It's not just wrong. It's crazy. But guess what? It's only 9 months in. And no matter, obviously to the wrong, not the left. This is an anarchy. This is a totalitarian. I can't say the word. Holy shit. Tongue-tied. Nazism. Yeah, all the people that I shared that agree with what's going on were black, but yet they're white supremacists. They're not the left. There is no left leaning anymore. They're wrong. Every single one of them. Orange man bad, which is how I'm going to go out. Because that is why they are all wrong. Because it's all based on the orange man. Nothing else. No matter what. That's as simple as it is. Everything that they're doing against logic is because of the red man. Sorry, orange man, not red. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, so I'm going to end it with Orange Man Bad, something probably 6 years old, because it is what it is. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Do what you got to do to all these things up top. It's either the Common Sense and Random Shit Show, or the Common Sense and Random Poop Show, or the Conservative Ex-Con. Any help, if you want to help the channel out, would be appreciated. Love you guys. Stay true to the red, white, and blue. And I will see you guys mañana. Tomorrow, I already know what I'm going to talk about. Lies, lies, and more lies. The teller, the believer, and the truth. That is tomorrow's show. I already got videos that I downloaded yesterday. So I think tomorrow's show will be a little more, I guess, better than today. Meh. It is what it is. As I would say. Ladies!
I read Trump's tweets on Twitter. He lives rent-free in my head. I live for the moments when he tweets at 3 a.m. He makes me so damn mad. Orange man bad. In the government school system, they've trained us how to think. We've been properly programmed. Some of us are still in sync. I'm smart 'cause I'm a college grad. They've told me orange man bad. I believe the women. I wear the pussy hat. When I see a Trumpster, I knock off their MAGA cap. I'm hoping this is all just a fad, 'cause orange man bad. I get my news from talk shows. I hear the people clap When I watch Jimmy Kimmel, he always makes me laugh. He cheers me up when I am sad. He knows that orange man bad. I worship famous people. They tell me how to vote. And when one disappoints me, I wanna punch 'em in the throat. They're no longer my comrade, 'cause orange man bad. I am a resistor, impeach 45, and if we lose this next election, I'll scream at the sky. But I think our blue wave's ironclad, 'cause orange man bad.
Racist,
Orange man bad.
sexist, misogynist,
Orange
homophobe,
man bad.
xenophobe.
Orange man bad.